That was Aaliyah, If the Girl Only Knew. So, you know, there are constant videos that are always trending. This one happens to be on Instagram. I shared it a couple of days ago. It is a little boy in a store. He obviously has stolen something. The clerk, a black guy, got a green smock on, runs up to the little boy, finds out he's taking something, takes his belt off, and wears that little boy out. The mother runs in from out of the scene. Don't you put your hands on my little boy. If his daddy wasn't in prison, he would whoop your ass. Maybe that's why the little boy is acting up. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. Maybe, you know, when we grew up, they said it took a village. And a village was a great thing. You got to learn self-respect. You learn about love. You got food. You got protection. You got guidance. The village was great, but occasionally when you stepped out of line, you got somebody foot putting your ass. That's the price of a village. If it take a village to raise a child, some of those villagers handed out ass whoopings. That's how it goes. Now I can't tell you what circumstance happened, but I can say this, that the next ass whooping that little boy get might be by a stranger too, but he might be wearing a uniform. It takes a lot to care about people, even when they're doing something that you have to correct. I guarantee you, had that been any number of us in that situation, and somebody from our village would have seen us acting like that, you wouldn't have to wait for no ass whooping. You'd got it right there. And then you got another one for them having to whoop your ass and embarrass you. Then you got another one for daddy having to hear about all that. That's the way it goes. When you are a village, to me, I didn't see an abusive dude. I saw a dude who was at work, who sees a little boy doing something and probably has seen other little boys get in trouble and go to jail for that. You know, a lot of people start their first little entree into getting introduced to the system by doing stuff at the store. Taking a little something, they take you into jail. Now you're starting to get a little used to it. They toasting the bread a little bit. I didn't see an abusive man. I saw a man who said, you know what? I'm going to put my foot in this little boy's ass before the law will. It does take a village. And sometimes those villagers will jump down your throat and tap dance on your heart. They grow switches in villages. They got big spoons in villages. They got belts in villages. That's the price. And I think that although times are different, it is refreshing to see that somebody still cares about somebody enough to give them, spare the rod, spoil the child, even if I don't know you. That little boy was acting a zip damn fool. And the first thing, the mother later on said, well, why was you still in the first day? What if you had inverted that question? That boy needs to see that there are consequences, and they're painful and embarrassing. If it takes a village, sometimes some of them villagers hand out a few headaches. That's a little note from the GED section. We got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.